what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
Can you tell me why you're here today, sir?
We are here to protest against the Supreme Judge. He is standing actually in favor of President Trump, and we are here to protest against the travel ban.
So why are you here?
Hi, actually I don't remember commenting. Huh? I'd rather not comment, thank you though.
No comment?
No thanks.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm fine. You guys are supposed to stay off of this. They've been asking us to steer clear of this. If you guys could please just move over here.
Okay.
We don't want to bother the police.
Absolutely. So
Standing in the middle of the sidewalk.
so what are you doing here today?
I'm here to protest. Can you just move him?
Who are you here to protest?
You guys need to move. You need to move. You need to move. You've now prevented a guy in a wheelchair.
So what do you have against Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch?
Don't stick that in my face.
Okay, so no real responses here, folks, from the protesters about why they dislike Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch. We cannot get that response yet. We're working to find someone who can tell us why. Hey, I recognize you from you spoke at an earlier protest a couple weeks ago.
I did.
So what brings you out here today?
My mother was actually a refugee from Vietnam. In a few days, the Supreme Court is going to be judging a case on whether or not Donald Trump is going to be allowed to ban not just refugees from Syria who live in a war zone and deserve to be free, but refugees from everywhere.
Are you mad that Gorsuch is here today specifically, or are you?
I am mad that Gorsuch is here today. Oh, that makes sense. Got you. I'm sort of done here.
A buddy of his just came up to him and told him to stop talking to us. I guess the word is spread that they do not want us to be asking.
He actually said you were a hate group.
I'm here because Justice Neil Gorsuch is speaking at Trump Hotel, which is, first of all, a flagrant lack of neutrality. A Supreme Court justice should not be speaking at a hotel that will eventually benefit the President of the United States, and also because he's speaking for a hate organization called the Fund for American Studies. I was an immigrant and I came to the United States young, and I'm an American just like you and just like your cameraman.
You said that the group speaking is a
All right. Good. Yeah.
What was she telling you?
She's talking to me about something else.
Okay.
I'm here to protest.
Who are you here to protest?
Oh,
What are you saying to the people about us, ma'am? What are you saying about this?
Sorry, I'm not going to give you any interview. Sorry.
Why is that? You're the communications director of this group, correct?
No fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate.
So why are you here today? You haven't spoken with us.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate.
What brings you here today?
Fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate. No fear.
You no comment?
Immigrants
You would
are
think you're at a
welcome here.
protest
No
that you
hate.
would speak about
No
why you're
fear.
protesting.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate.
Okay.
No fear. Immigrants
So now we have people
are welcome here,
blocking
no
our
hate.
shots
No fear.
in front of the here. So
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate. No fear.
anything to say?
Immigrants are welcome
Okay.
here, no hate.
So here we are. Hey, what are you guys doing here today?
Welcome here, no hate, no fear.
What are you guys doing here?
Welcome here, no hate, no fear.
Why would you guys answer the question of why you're here today? You're protesting. We're trying to give you guys media coverage.
No fear.
What's going on with this?
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate. No fear.
Can you tell us why you're here today?
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate. No
So
fear.
yeah, they're all in our
Immigrants are
face,
welcome
screaming,
here, no hate.
refusing to answer
No
why they're here
fear.
today.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate.
Hey, how you doing today? Why are you here?
I'm not going to talk to the press, sorry.
Thank you. Hey, how you doing? What are you doing here today?
What do we do?
What are you guys doing here today?
What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
No comment?
What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
Hey, what are you doing here today?
No comment, thank you.
How do you feel about Judge Gorsuch?
I can't comment.
You can't comment or you don't want to comment?
I won't comment.
Okay, thank you. So here we are with the communications director of the group. Do you have a name tag on? No?
I'm not the communications director.
So what is your title with the group? So what are you doing here? I see you got your cape and a sign here that reads, First Supreme Court Justice Gorsuch campaigned with Mitch McConnell in Kentucky. Now he's serving up luncheon. Okay, so you're here, if I'm reading the sign correctly, to protest the fact that Supreme Court Justice, the alt-right media, that is not correct. So again, you are here to protest Judge Gorsuch having lunch here at Trump International Hotel, which President Trump no longer owns, actually.
Why do you think he no longer owns?
Well, that's a fact, ma'am. He no longer owns the business. He had.
Not a fact at all.
It actually is a fact. His sons took over the business when he assumed office.
He didn't give up ownership.
He did indeed, actually, ma'am.
No, he didn't.
He did, ma'am. If that is false, would you possibly leave the protest?
If it's false, sure.
How you doing, ma'am? How you doing?
Go away. I'm not talking. No.
I'm nice. I'm a nice guy.
No, you're not.
Okay.